Alright, CinemaCon is going on right now. Lots of announcements are being made, like Kraven the Hunter being rated R. Dude, what? So Sony, let me get this straight. You can make Kraven rated R, but not Venom or Carnage or Morbius? But that's a rant for another day. Today, Warner Brothers has unveiled the second official trailer for The Flash. And meanwhile, people at CinemaCon are like, yeah, we're gonna get to watch the movie. You guys are so lucky. But for we mortals down here on Earth, we got this new trailer. And it's quite the jam-packed one, just like the first one was. One more thing though before I get into it, because I forgot to mention this in my video on the first trailer. The recasting. The Flash, Barry Allen, his father, Henry Allen. In Justice League, he was played by Billy Crudup, but due to scheduling conflicts, he couldn't come back for this. Ron Livingston is playing him now, which isn't a big deal. I just thought I should have mentioned it. Alright, now let's talk about this trailer. Cause this trailer did something really cool, really interesting that I've never even thought of before. Yeah, I'm a big superhero fan. I've loved superheroes all my life, and Batman is certainly one of the most iconic and famous of all of them. But this trailer raised a question with me that I have never thought about Batman before. Ever. And I can't wait to talk about it. It's right at the very beginning of this trailer.
I spent a lifetime trying to right the wrongs of the past. As if fighting crime would bring my parents back. You actually did it.
We learned that Barry actually successfully went back in time and saved his family from being torn apart. With Michael Keaton Batman's lines right here, and also Ben Affleck Batman's lines later on.
These scars we have make us who we are. I'm not meant to go back and fix them. Don't let your tragedy define you.
It raised this question in my mind. If Batman, Bruce Wayne, had the opportunity to go back in time and rescue his parents from being murdered, would he do it? Yeah, holy shit, that is such an interesting question to me that I had never even considered before. Cause think about it, the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents is what kickstarted him to become Batman. It's that pain and sorrow that transforms into the rage he exploits in his war on crime. It's his entire drive and motivation. You take any Batman, the original Michael Keaton Batman, Christian Bale Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, Kevin Conroy Batman, just any Batman, if he had the opportunity to save his parents from being murdered. You might think at first, yeah, of course he would, but then both Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck's lines in this trailer about how that pain and sorrow and motivation makes them who they are, those battle scars, otherwise known as amazing character development and growth, would Batman have any regrets? I don't know, just to me that sounds like a debate I would really love to be a part of. Because honestly, I do not know the answer to that question. I have no idea whether Batman would go back and save his parents or not. I guess it would depend on the iteration of Batman we're talking about, but I would just love to have that discussion with someone. But alright, now that that whole soapbox is done, let's actually talk about some Flash stuff. Cause believe it or not, there is another big question that I have that this trailer brings up. Barry has saved his parents. His family is now complete again, I guess. And the way this trailer makes it look is like his rescue of his parents changed the universe.
I went back in time to save my parents, but instead, I completely broke the universe.
Reality is different now. It's like Spock and Nero going back in time in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. So we see that General Zod, again played by Michael Shannon, he's back and he's ruining everything. And Kal-El, Clark Kent, Superman is nowhere to be seen. My question is, what does one have to do with the other? Like, how does Barry Allen's family being rescued connect with Superman at all? That I actually never understood, like even in the comics. I mean, I've never read Flashpoint, but from what I understand, the rescue of his parents in the comics reset the entire universe and now things are different with all the DC heroes and everything. Like, how does just one event that involves just a few people affect the entire universe? Yeah, I just never got that, and I hope they explain it in the movie. And also, now that there is no Kal-El, would that mean that Zod's motives for coming to Earth are different? Because you remember in Man of Steel, the whole reason Zod came to Earth was because Kal-El was there. So yeah, why is Zod here now that there's no Superman? Well, there may not be a Superman, but there is a Kryptonian.
You know what the symbol stands for?
Means hope, right?
Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, played by Sasha Calle. Maybe in this new universe or whatever, instead of Superman, it's been Supergirl. That could be one of the possible answers, or not. Maybe she's from another universe altogether. You know, in this movie dealing with time travel and therefore the multiverse, the answer could be one of an infinite number of things, which is really exciting and intriguing if you ask me. I really do like that moment where they're talking about the emblem of the House of El. Again, we remember in Man of Steel, Kal-El does explain,
"On my world, it means hope."
But when Barry says that in this trailer, we get this look on Supergirl's face, a look that screams to me, pained past, childhood trauma. Maybe it is as James Gunn described Supergirl. Growing up on a chunk of Krypton, watching her entire family being destroyed in front of her, she does appear to be a little jaded and, you know, like a chip on her shoulder in these trailers, which again makes it seem like she's going to be quite the interesting character. Never a bad thing. Watch her have more emotion and depth than Henry Cavill Superman ever had. I love Henry Cavill Superman, I'm just saying. Let's talk about the nostalgia bait. Michael Keaton Batman repeats one of his lines from his 1989 Batman film.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I guess we all should have figured something like that would happen. Cause, that's fan service for fans of the original Batman. You remember, I remember. And the action in this trailer, oh my god. The big visual effects filled action scenes we see in this trailer, they look huge. This really feels like it's gonna be a larger than life kind of DC movie. It's not just gonna be one story about one guy, it's gonna be a DC event. And it looks like these action scenes are really gonna be visual spectacles. They're gonna be centerpieces of this movie, which is awesome. Cause I love me some good comic book movie action scene awesomeness. With all the visual flair that you would expect to come from The Flash. He's running all over the place super fast, lightning's everywhere. Sounds like some sweet tasting eye candy to me. And with the grand scope and scale that this movie seems to be presenting itself with, one of my big hopes is that we have a length to justify it. What can I say? I want this movie to have a nice long run time. Like, give us 2.5 hours, Andy Muschietti, the director. Cause DC has been hyping this movie up as a big event. This is the reset button for the DC cinematic universe, like they've been saying. This is the movie that is going to change everything. So let's have it live up to that hype. Honestly, I do feel like this would be a top anticipated movie of the year for a lot of people if it weren't for the Ezra Miller of it all. Which, of course, I do completely understand. But as for myself, I'm a big superhero fan, I'm a comic book movie fan, I'm a DC fan. I finally played both Injustice games, so I'm really pumped, hyped, excited for this movie. This new second trailer is awesome, the first trailer is awesome, bring on The Flash. So The Flash, official trailer 2. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And what's your favorite part of this trailer? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!